So hello guys, what's up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. In our last video, I gave us some insights as to how Regina Daniels called Daddy Ned's bluff, moved out of his home and then into this luxury mansion located at the posh Aja area of Lagos State. Just to make your ears go jiggy 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 bum bum, let us go through together the features of this home. This luxury mansion is a fully detached duplex, 6 bedrooms, all en suite. If you do not know that grammar, it means every room in the house comes with its own private bathroom and toilet. It has a kitchenette, a family lounge, a sitting room, a dining room, a kitchen, 2-bedroom boys' quarter separate from the building. It comes with a swimming pool, ample space that can pack 12 cars, and a gated estate. You know those kind of estates that you cannot just drive in? You need to call first and they give you code. And it is located in Aja, Lagos State. Now that's a home. Now I cannot confirm if this property was bought or rented because she made that move really quick. So it could have been bought, it may have been rented. We are not so sure. But hey, a property is a property and she is resident in it. So the congratulations flooded in. Taken to social media, Regina shared pictures and videos of her new place, and you could feel the excitement in every step. She was so happy, almost like an ex-convict that just got released from jail. The relief, the calm could have been touched. And there she was, just dancing, laughing with her brothers, jeering and cheering, enjoying good music, and just being a youth for once. Talking of which, one thing that I have personally observed is Regina's demeanor, her countenance, her behavior when she is around her age mates. She has an entirely different spirit-filled disposition when she is surrounded by young people. Have you observed? Let me know down in the comment section if you've made this observation even before this whole incident, because I have come to realize that the girl is at her happiest, like the energy when she's with her peers, her age mates, her siblings. It is clearly different from when she's elsewhere. She's mostly in her best element. Let us know down in the comment section if you've made this observation as well. And if you're new here, hello. If you're stopping by for the first time, you're coming across our channel for the first time, you're coming across this face for the first time, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up, drop your comments down below, and stay glued because on this channel, oh my god, you're missing out if you haven't joined us. There is so much coming your way. Let us proceed. In one of the videos that we covered about Regina Daniels, I mentioned that you cannot cheat nature. I even give references to times and seasons. There is a reason why winter comes, then this one comes, then that one comes. There is a reason why the whole world is designed for times and seasons. And in life, when you do not do that thing that you're supposed to do at the right season, at the right time that nature has designated for it, you may do it later on, but you would feel the difference. For example, a 45-year-old woman having a baby is still a blessing. It is nobody's fault that maybe the baby didn't come when the woman wanted it, or maybe marriage didn't come when she would have preferred it to have come. It's not her fault. But that does not still invalidate the reason why science said this age is high risk and this one is not high risk, because nature has made some times better for some things. And I'm just being realistic. Anybody that tells you that there is no time for anything, anytime is deceiving you, is lying to you. There is time for everything. That thing might not come at that time, and it is not your fault. You cannot be blamed, right? You should still enjoy the blessing when it comes. But when you are studying, you are going to school at the age of 55, 60, 65, you will know the difference from when a 19-year-old is schooling. So in life, there is time for everything. As we go deeper, covering the story of Regina Daniels and her now estranged husband, Ned, it gets clearer and clearer that that child was robbed of her childhood. In one of her most recent posts, she confirmed that she is 24 years. She just clocked 24 in October. You know, Wikipedia records her age at 25 as born in the year 2000. I hope you know that you can influence the information that Wikipedia has of you. So what we are coming to realize now is that that 25 years of age was purposely projected for reasons that I do not need to mention, that you should know. But she has confirmed by herself that she is 24. She celebrated her 6th wedding anniversary this year. And at 24 that she said that she is, that means she was born in the year 2001, 10th of October, 2001. And Regina got married to Senator Ned Nwoko around April, May of 2019. We may not all like mathematics, but please indulge me and pull out your calculator and take out 2001 from 2019, May 2019. By that calculation, that child was married off at 17, because in April, May, she was still 17, and that is cruel. She was just a child. Going deep into this story has really revealed and presented several contexts on Regina. And if some people call this grooming and child abuse, will they be wrong? Aside from the legality and the illegality of that, what really does a 17-year-old child know? A 17-year-old baby has no business getting married. And now we're not even now talking about a loving, emotionally available marriage into polygamy to an old man. I remember when I was around 19, I went and I had my birthday party at this place they call Takwa Bay in Lagos. And my friends and I, my girlfriends and I, we boarded a small canoe, you know, so small that right on the ocean, the water will be pouring as that thing is moving. It's a small engine that powers it, very small. You start it like a small generator. This shallow, this narrow, and right on the ocean, water from will be pouring on you. And we were all laughing, and we were, you know, in the middle of the ocean. The canoe stopped abruptly, and the operator had to be trying to start it. And then we were wearing life jackets that expired 10 years ago. And we were laughing and taking pictures. When I told my mother and I showed her the pictures, she busted into tears. And I was wondering why she was crying. But now that I have grown up, I feel like crying for myself. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, how did I take such stupid risk? Even if I have a gun on my head now, I will not enter that thing. Talk less of being on the Atlantic Ocean with his, or which water was that? For 20 minutes. If you were born and raised in Lagos, you should know where those canoes board to Takwa Bay. And I was considered a very intelligent, on the average, I was a very, very intelligent teenager. I had wisdom far beyond my years, right from when I was growing up. But look at the stupid decision that I made around 18, 19. Truly, the frontal lobe, the part of the brain that is responsible for making rational decisions and evaluating situations is not formed or developed at all as teenagers. And if you're watching me, before you pass judgments, sit down in the quiet of your bedroom and reflect, think backwards, and imagine some of the stupid decisions that you may have made at 17, at 18, at 19, around that time. If you want to be honest with yourself, it may not have to do with relationships or the opposite gender, just the general life exhibition of stupidity that right now as an adult you even cringe at. Some ladies watching me at that age, 17, 18, they rub wet lips and be blinking their eyes like this and be walking. They had a crush on one guy in their area, in their hood, where they used to live. But now, if they go back to where they live and they see that guy looking like Baba Suwe, like Baba Salah, they will pinch themselves up like, yikes! Oh, I fell for that. I was having a crush on that. That is an age of stupidity. Nobody today, in present day, has any business getting married as a teenager. That's not marriage. That's abuse and that's exploitation. And it never ends well. It hardly ever ends well. And I usually wonder the cognitive capacity of people who claim, in our great-grandmother's time, they married at 16. It was a normal thing. Our great-grandmothers married at 16. You wonder, and that makes it right. That makes it okay because it was practiced 150 years ago. You'll be like, can we just use our heads for once? They are not for decoration, for goodness sake. Just because it was the practice at the Stone Age, that makes it okay. Now, okay, we used to kill twins back then. So it's okay now since our great-grandparents killed twins. So why not? Why can't we continue? In my place where I come from, we have a culture of when a woman gets to puberty, it's just like the fattening room thing that the Calabars do. We have that culture too. But ours, on the last day, you're expected to walk to the stream bare-chested. Your jugulars out bare as a maiden to show that you are now a woman, while the young lads line up, feasting their eyes and, admiring what's on your chest. Some grandmothers would even touch it. Wow! Beautiful, beautiful. This thing. I saw my aunties do it, koro before my eyes. It was our tradition. Are we not traditional people again? But now, that culture still exists, but that part has naturally phased off. It has died a natural death. Because back then, you will do it and it will end on that day. But now, if you do it, you will see your breasts on Facebook. So with times, anybody that has sense knows that as time is changing, cultures are evolving. Some things will be being dropped, some new behaviors will be formed. It's only an animal that will not understand that is a natural progression of life. So just because something was done in the pre-colonial era does not make it obtainable today. So let's go back to Regina. She got this new, beautiful, exquisite house where she began staying with her siblings and one or two friends, and she was, basking in the comfort of a new space. And some naysayers were like, hey, street dey your eye, you define freedom, so this is what you have been looking for, you just want to groove, you just want to be on the streets. Many comments were like that, but deep down, I already knew what she was doing. I already knew what was happening to her. It was those lost times and seasons that this lady has been fighting to make up for. While her mates were in university, having their first ice cream with their boyfriend, doing midnight call, saying, baby, I want meat pie, I want suya, in class, copying notes and using side eyes to eye the fine boy by the right with punk, she was busy in bed with someone that is older than her grandfather, bearing him children. And worse is that she had to mask her torture just so the world will not laugh at her, lying to herself and every other person on social media while she has been unhappy, dying inside for the longest possible time, dying of emotional neglect and need. And then she got the perfect opportunity to break away. Are you really thinking that it is just this single isolated case that is the reason why she packed out of the senator's house and went to get a new home? It has been a build-up of unhappiness. All has not been well. So talking about having kids, as Regina moved into her new place, a lot of people observed that she didn't move with her children. Her children were not with her. The next thing we saw as we were trying to understand what's going on, we saw one overzealous Judy Austin mentee entered into another woman's home, carried camera inside another woman's home, and started videoing and recording and streaming and giving commentary. Listen.
These posts, we don't care about the backlash, but as you can see, their pictures are still here. This is their marriage album. So this is her house according to him. She is the only one here. Nobody else comes here. Nobody else comes here. So nobody is making her uncomfortable. But when she begins to do things that are going to make other people uncomfortable, including the staff, she starts to be corrected. And something he mentioned is that he did not touch her. He was not even in the house. And when he told the mom, what is happening, I'm seeing something on social media, she says she thinks it's content. So it's a prank, but that she thinks it's a prank. Oh, don't, my in-law, don't mind, that is a prank. Only for Sammy to go and post something else on social media.
This story is just giving room and rise to different life lessons. That is why we are here. Not just to talk what Regina said and what Ned Nwoko did. We are here to also absorb life lessons. So as I'm telling the story, I will be dropping these nuggets. Please take them to heart, take them seriously. Learn from the story. Not just get excitement from other people's, challenges. Is to learn from the story. So talking about learning about other things, it's good that I mention that no one is more dangerous than a pick-me woman. You see those women, pick me, that do anything and everything to appear as the good woman to men. Oh God, they are the most dangerous species of human beings. Those are the kind of women that their husbands will be sexually molesting their child. They will choose their husbands and send their child away and blame their child and protect the rapist. Those kinds of women have no integrity. They can sabotage their own flesh and blood, their own sister, just for the recognition of a man. They have no self-worth. All their courage and charisma, all the validation they have in their lives come from male allegiance and alliance. Very dangerous set of human beings. Watch out for them every day within your circle. So when this pick-me lady, this Judy Austin's trainee, posted this video, some tatafo people, on social media, there's all kinds of people on social media. Some tatafo people were like, hey, so this is the house that our senator is making mouth saying, if you want to come back to my house, you must do drug this, you must. Is this the house? Okokobioko. Looking like Amadioha shrine, like great grandma abode. Look at all those white things that they used to cover chair in those days. You put one on this hand of the chair, you arrange one white one here, you arrange one in the middle where the back will stay. Are you looking at me like you don't know it? Where are my millennials? You should know that white thing now. That thing that your father used, your mother, because of that thing, they used to flog you one day. Then once you hear your father's horn, you start arranging it, tucking it in. Piam, 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 piam. Everywhere will look like Shango's shrine. This set of talkatives were like, yeah, we saw all those things in this house. So this is the house. You sure say cockroach never invade this place where resemble something where they built for 1914. Come and see people on social media. They were like, now wow. Don't envy marriages that you are not sure of. Yes, there are some marriages that are beautiful and enviable that you tap into and say God when. But please be very careful of what you are tapping into. You mean a senator of the Federal Republic, senator, cannot put his wife in a modern, comfortable place, in a decent place? Do you know the kind of money that these senators are privy to? Yeah. Yet, see where he kept her. They were like, no wonder Regina is so happy to show off her modern place of abode. So after this show of the house and all of that was going on social media, Regina went further to even tease the senator. She was like, she took to that Anne's page. Remember the Anne, the person that Senator Ned Nwoko said, oh, that little devil Anne. Regina took to the comment section of the Anne and said, my little devil, teased the Anne, and they laughed it off. So, how did Senator Ned Nwoko react to this? After releasing that statement, the senator went on a reputation management campaign. He came on national television to deny the allegation of domestic violence, saying that he does not raise his hands against his wives. He's not a violent person, and that they are managing the situation.
Your face has been all over the media in the last few days.
It happens.
For personal family reasons.
It happens.
I hope everything is calm.
Well, we are
and
trying
under
to manage
control.
the situation.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're a man of many parts.
Yes.
And people underestimate you though.
Oh, do they?
Your capacity.
Well, I am who I am.
You're an Old Testament man.
Yes, I am.
But everything is under calm right now.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
This Old Testament man, as Sheun of Channels Television addressed him, then went further to talk more on how Old Testament he truly is. Addressing the subject of polygamy, Daddy Ned disclosed that he feels sorry, he feels pity for men with one wife. That having one wife, being in a Christian monogamous marriage, is tantamount to standing on one leg.
So many impossible things.
Of course, yes. So
Even personally, you have done many impossible
well, tell me what it is. But
You married 4 wives. That's almost like impossible. And all of this, how do you manage it? Because it's incredibly difficult to even be with a partner. Not talk of 1, 2, 3, and 4. You don't have any regret.
the example I gave is this, you know. Just imagine telling you to stand on one leg. You know how difficult it is. But to stand on 2, 3, 4 is much more balanced. That's just the example I gave.
Yeah.
Do you understand it? So I feel sorry for those who just have one wife, because it's difficult to stand on one leg.
And you don't have any regrets.
No.
If you have your way, you still
I
marry
will
more.
do the same thing again
and again.
Of course, yes.
And you have a knack of marrying beautiful women, young ones too.
This is the way it is, and that's the way it should be.
But you're not the ones that beat them.
You should marry who
Right?
you want to marry.
You're not the one that beats them.
No, come on. I am not a violent person. I respect my wives. I love them, and I love my kids. No, not at all. Not at all.
You know, in the previous videos, when I told you guys that polygamy in the present day, maybe I would excuse the people that did it back then, because, you know, that was what was prevalent at the time. But any person that opened their korokoro eye in this recent time to initiate polygamy, I told you that that person is incapable of truly loving any other person but themselves. That polygamy is not a natural association. And a few people were like, real marriage is about loving the other person absolutely. Sometimes you would even place the love you have for that person above the love that you have for yourself. It's about sacrificing. Real marriage is about sometimes putting the needs of your partner above yours. It's about compromising to see the other person happy and pleased. But a man in polygamy lacks the capacity to do this. He thinks of only one person, himself. And you can see it from Daddy Ned's utterances. I didn't need to hear him speak to know the kind of mindset he has about women. Men that are like that see women not as fellow human beings, but as instruments, as objects of gratification and fulfillment. So Daddy Ned has equated full-fledged human beings, women, as mere insurance plans. In case this policy fails, this insurance plan will kick off. He has equated women in a marriage to objects and legs of a table. So marriage to him is not about love or commitment or dedication, devotion, sacrifice, and all of those components that should basically form a marriage. It's about strategy, risk, insurance. I'm not saying they are good or bad people or people that are into that. I'm just telling you that if you want to go into that as a woman, these are the expectations you should have of the mindset of the person you are going to be married to. But Daddy Ned, who is bragging to be standing on many legs. Some people were like, legs, we no see you. First wife. Second one, where is she? Third. Fourth, ran away and came back to, has your way very well. Fifth, has now run off. That is why they say a person who spends time chasing many rats, the rat will run here, you chase this one, the rat will run here, you chase this one, might end up not killing anyone. So it might be ironic that a man might be standing on no leg at all and will then be feeling pity for people who may be standing on one strong, solid, dependable, and balanced leg. And at the end of the day, at old age, the person that feels that he has many legs might find out that he doesn't have any leg at all. And not only does he not have any leg, even the table board may now be missing. So I wanted us to address this reaction from our good senator. This whole saga is not just about polygamy, but polygamy, we cannot dispute, has been a major player from the inception to date of this whole marriage. How it has been projected, how it has been promoted, how it has been fine-tuned and sold. So yes, it's also okay if we talk about it and we keep passing those messages. So my dear young kings watching me, don't ever be tempted to fall for such claim of one leg and many legs. So human beings are not objects. They are not legs of a table, because table, you can keep the leg here and it will stay and wait for you. But human beings, there are so many other things that come to play. We cannot practice faith of convenience. When you want to claim something, when you want a grace in a particular thing, you claim to be a Christian. When you want some other way, you claim to be traditional. When you want this one, you claim to be to be another thing. And when you want to justify lust and irresponsibility, then you claim to be a pagan. When we spoke about polygamy and lust, somebody said, it's not just about this. Some men do it to help widows in the society. And I'm like, if that is the case, somebody like me and people that like me, we must have married maybe like 50 to 60 wives every year. Maybe by now we should have had up to 200 wives if we must sleep with and marry every widow or every woman that we help. On the top of Daddy Ned's mentee, in that video where I said even some animals are not polygamous, I said some animals, I didn't say all. And he was like, but many animals are polygamous. That is to tell you that but that might be the right way. And I was like, see your life? Those animals that are polygamous, do they demand monogamy from their partners? Do they? Those polygamous animals, is it not both them and their wives that are doing the polygamy? Even animals cannot give you what you don't give them. Not to talk of human beings that always give what they are given. Even the so-called grandfathers that many of these people quote. Our grandfather's time, go and check the grandmothers. They were the queens of DNA scam. You see this DNA scam that you are crying about now? Those grandmothers were the queens of DNA scam. Those younger wives, all the older sons of those grandfathers you are quoting, eat and chop all those younger wives. If you go to your village and put your ear down, let them gist you of what happens in those homes where daddy has this number of wife, young wife, this one, whether they sleep with each other. Human beings operate on mutuality. Do as I do you. And as I always say, that's why God made Adam and Eve, not Adam, Eve, and Jane. And that's why the first record of polygamy in the Bible with Sarah was a disaster. And that is why the mentor that they're always quoting, King Solomon, lives to regret his life choices. They don't read the aftermath. They only read, hey, he had 1,000 wives. So what are you saying? You read the aftermath of his life. The results. And that is why there is no recorded case of polygamy in the New Testament. You hear the hypocrisy that goes on is very, it's very disheartening. You hear some people say, a lot of old practices in the Old Testament, we don't practice it again. The New Testament is when Christ came. But they've not checked to see that in that New Testament, there is no record of polygamy in the New Testament. And even Christ himself was a promulgator of monogamous marriages. In the book of Mark 10, chapter 7 to 9, Christ said, a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to whom? Wife or wives? And he said, two shall become one, not 3 or 4 shall become many and plenty. So if you are a polygamous person, that is your business. I'm talking to my young guys coming up. I'm speaking sense to them. If it's paining you, get buckets and cry very, very well. I will keep speaking my earnest belief. And I'm giving them good advice not to follow this thing that Daddy Ned is saying about tables. And it's not about he can afford it, he has money. If it's about affordability, if affordability was the only consideration in marriage, the likes of Otedola, Tony Elumelu, Jim Ovia, they would have about 60 to 70 wives now. It's about the spirit of contentment and having peace within yourself. So every young man watching me, work on yourself, be a better person. Involve God in that decision making of a life partner. If you're a family oriented person, you love marriage, you love family, attract that kind of person that shares similar values with yourself. Don't go and attract high tension. Then you come and start crying that women did this. No, attract similar minds and values and enjoy a proper marriage. Come out eye for this thing we did a talk. So, after Ned Nwoko went on Channels Television to give all the assurance that, everything was okay, they were working it out, everything is under control. What has now happened next has shocked everybody. Well, not everybody. Let's uncover that in our next video. So guys, yes, we have come to the end of today's video. If you're new here, you're seeing my face for the first time, or if you've been watching without subscribing, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumbs up. Drop all your thoughts down in the comment section. We want to get your thoughts on this, on Regina moving to a new house, on Daddy Ned coming on national television, no even respect for his wives, coming on national television to say that monogamous marriages, he pities men. He has pity for men in monogamous marriage. That monogamy is like standing on one leg. Let us get your thoughts on what the senator came on national television to say. And stay glued, for we have so much more coming your way. It's me, your girl Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye.